The ornate and elegant Unalome symbol has become particularly popular in recent years. Many yogis and spiritual practitioners can relate to this, a universal representation of overcoming the cycles of suffering and embracing one's unique journey through life. But what is the Unalome meaning in Hinduism, Buddhism, and yoga? Is it offensive to get an Unalome tattoo? Here is everything you need to know. What is the Unalome? If you have been in the yoga world for a while, you will probably recognize a common Buddhist symbol called the Unalome. This simple, elegant symbol holds within it a whole philosophy of human existence. It is recognized by a base spiral, a series of looping curves, and then a straightening line typically crowned with 3 dots. Unalome tattoos and emblems are often accompanied by a lotus flower or Om symbol as well. Whether adorned on our yoga mats, tattooed on our bodies, or displayed as art in our environment, the Unalome symbol is a reminder of universal truths that we are each on our own path, but we are also all on the same path. The curves and challenges of life are meant to bring us to a greater understanding of what it means to be human. Suffering is inevitable, but like all things, it is also impermanent. What does the Unalome mean? In its most simplified form, the Unalome symbol represents the path to enlightenment or to a higher place of spiritual contentment. It embodies our experience as human beings on earth and signifies a deeper awareness of how we move through life and learn from our actions. The path toward accomplishing your goals is never going to be straightforward or simple, yet somehow, after all the twists and turns, the Unalome shows us that the winding road eventually straightens out and leads us to a place of happiness and fulfillment. Even when we can't see it in the moment, each curve in the road holds a special lesson for personal and spiritual growth. So even when life is hard or you experience suffering, the ancient Unalome symbol means that each person's path is uniquely beautiful. Your journey through life is special and important in the grand scheme of the world. We are all ultimately being led to a place of greater peace as long as we continue to work on improving ourselves. Untangling the symbolic meaning behind the Unalome. Like the Om symbol and many other yoga emblems, the Unalome holds specific meanings and metaphors in each part of the shape. The lines and dots are strategically designed to represent important lessons in East Asian philosophies. The base spiral. The path begins in a curving tangle at the bottom of the symbol. This base spiral represents birth or the beginning of a spiritual awakening. According to both Buddhist and Hindu philosophy, we are each put on earth to fulfill a specific dharma or purpose in life. Ancient yoga texts such as the Vedas describe finding your dharma as your personal mission to discover your divine calling, or how you will put your unique gifts and talents to work to serve the greater good of humanity. Thus, the base of the Unalome symbol represents the starting point of this journey towards self-discovery. Some perspectives say that a male Unalome symbol will begin with the spiral facing to the right, whereas female Unalome symbols begin curving to the left. Tattoo artists doing Unalome tattoos often take this into account. Regardless of which way it faces, the spiraling shape is of particular importance because it is also a metaphor for the initial confusion of human life. In Hinduism, this concept is called Maya, which is a Sanskrit term meaning magic or illusion. There are many illusions, blockages, challenges, emotions, and dramas that often cloud our minds while on the earthly plane. In the midst of our daily lives, we are easily blinded from seeing the spiritual truths of the world. Many people become lost in this spiral of societal norms or superficial living. They must find their way out of the labyrinth in order to begin the path upwards toward a more fulfilling or enlightened existence. The loops of the Unalome symbol. Next comes the beautiful lines curling upward from the base. The curves and loops that make up the center of the Unalome symbol represent the inevitable obstacles and challenges of one's journey. They can also symbolize spiritual or age-related milestones as a person grows older and wiser. The path unfolds like a meandering mountain road, full of bends, curves, and unpredictable turns to remind us that healing, learning, and growing are never linear. future. Though it's often easier to settle for instant gratification or an easier path that avoids inner work, the loops of the Unalome are a reminder to react appropriately to life's ups and downs. It is essential to keep moving forward to reach enlightenment or whatever goal you have placed up ahead. The straight line of the Unalome. The straight line of the Unalome symbol represents an ultimate desire to reach a level of higher consciousness. It indicates an alignment between oneself and a divine purpose in life. It means you have worked diligently to separate yourself from the ego, self-centeredness, greed, and shallow desires. This point of higher wisdom can be associated with opening the third eye chakra. It signifies an alignment between your thoughts, actions, and inner truth. It very literally shows a disentangling of the loops of challenges and obstacles of life. This part of the Unalome symbol is a metaphor for both hope and celebration. However, the journey is still not complete. The dots of the Unalome. The final design of the Unalome includes 3 dots that symbolize enlightenment. These dots depict a reaching of your goals and finding an ultimate meaning to one's journey. Many Unalome tattoos have 1 or more dots. However, the most common depiction of the Unalome includes the sacred number of 3 dots, often precluded by the sacred syllable Om. Whether your end goal is a state of nirvana or just a sense of inner peace, the final dots of this meaningful symbol embody liberation from earthly suffering. As we come to the conclusion of our Unalome journey, let's remember that this beautiful, sacred symbol represents the path to enlightenment in Buddhism and some Hindu traditions. It's a popular and visually appealing design, which has made its way into tattoo culture. As mindful beings, we must approach the Unalome with respect, understanding, and a genuine connection to its deeper meaning. Educate yourself on the symbol's origins and significance, and remain open to others' feelings and opinions. An Unalome tattoo can be embraced respectfully, minimizing the likelihood of it being seen as offensive. However, always consider the diverse perspectives around you. Let's continue to cultivate awareness, compassion, and understanding in our yoga practice and lives, beautiful souls. Namaste.